I'm in downtown Westfield on Park Street, and I'm walking across an area that just a month ago held two single-family residential homes. I bike on the Midland Trace Trail that runs right along the other side of Park Street, and I watch the houses come down. You know, this whole neighborhood, which was built as a residential neighborhood and was that way for decades, has been given over by the city of Westfield to businesses. Many of you have been over here to eat at restaurants on Park Street, I'm sure. It's not so different choice than Carmel made with their downtown to give over many of their neighborhoods to business development. Fisher's has nearly obliterated their downtown. And it's interesting to point out that Noblesville very specifically made a different choice. And I participated in that through the 1990s and early 2000s as one business person after another asked for permission to turn a residential property in Old Town Noblesville into a business. And I remonstrated against those on behalf of neighborhoods and the Noblesville Preservation Alliance. And we made the argument that our neighborhoods deserve to be places where people raise their children, where they live out their lives, where they retire, and people that live there should be free from the upheaval of having their neighbor's property turned into a business, which of course will have a parking lot in the backyard, a paved asphalt parking lot with 24-hour halogen lighting and a dumpster that gets emptied at 5 o'clock in the morning with a beep, beep, beep. And we won those arguments over and over and over again, to the point it's pretty much unthinkable these days that the city would allow the rezoning of residential houses in Old Town Noblesville for businesses. And while we do still see some of those businesses in the residential neighborhoods that were approved back in the 1950s or 60s or 70s, there are actually fewer commercial properties in Old Town Noblesville dotted among the residences than there was 30 years ago. And interestingly, a residential home in Old Town Noblesville is often worth more money now as a residence than it would be if it were rezoned for commercial. And that's a big change to take place in 30 years. I'm really proud of what we've done to protect our neighborhoods, and have to hope that that continues into the future.